Okay.
What can I tell you?
Well, you were probably shocked that I was actually ready on it. Because, that'll do it.
Sometimes it does do it to me. It shocks me. But that's okay. Anyhow, welcome tonight. Let's see, I got to go to the middle of the desk here. There we go. You're going to move the desk on me now?
No, I'm not touching it. I'm not messing up.
Anyhow, you've been a busy little bee.
Yes, I have. It's been crazy in my house.
I guess it has. I mean, I don't understand how you can do all that stuff. But,
It hurts.
I know hurt. I played golf yesterday, and I hurt. But other than that, you got your house all set?
We're working on it.
About, what we say, 90%?
I'm going to say 80%.
I knew you would say something different. I just knew it. Anyhow, everybody, Clyde.
You think you got it pretty good, and then once you start packing everything, you realize we don't have it worth a toot.
Well, see, that's the difference between you and I. The difference between you and I is this. I'm not a perfectionist, and you are.
I'm not either.
Oh, no. You cannot tell me you're not a perfectionist. Tell me about the little thing in the shower. What's that little thing at the shower that's got you all bummed out?
The drain?
The drain!
Yeah.
I don't even look at it.
Yeah.
And mine's probably worse than yours.
I don't know.
That's okay.
Let's get it replaced. You gotta have that eye candy when people walk in. It's gotta be all new.
Just hang $100 bills off the lights.
I've got that too.
You got that too?
Whatever it takes.
Well, anyhow, Clyde has been really busy, and when Clyde is really busy, I lose my best friend, and I go over to help him, but then he says, no, I don't want your help because he knows I'm not a perfectionist.
Well,
I want to help you today.
When I'm going to work, because I do,
You do work odd hours. Yes, you do.
Weird hours.
Yes, you do. By the way, talking about friends, Paul Cuccinella told me to tell you that the lady, I think was her name Kim, that we played cards with that time.
Yeah.
She missed us.
Oh, no.
She goes, where? I only came because those two characters are coming.
Oh.
So he wanted me to tell you that every month they're going to have a euchre tournament, and they want you and I there.
Okay.
I don't know if it's to laugh at us or to see if we can win. But
certainly not to see if we can win.
Okay. Well, just so you know, I asked Paul to come on tonight, and he
He didn't come over?
well, he said he's got a really good excuse. His neighbor got him and his wife and the other guy and his wife tickets to some movie. But I can't remember the name of it, but the name of it, I said, you going to a religious movie? In Poland. Yeah. so anyhow, he said he would have come except for that. So
where's this movie at?
I have no idea, but wherever it was, I had to buy tickets in advance for this thing. I don't know if it's like the premiere or whatever. So anyhow, that's what's happening there.
Well.
But yeah, good old Paul.
I'm sorry, Paul.
Well, you know what? He's a lot holier roller than you and I are, so I don't know what to tell you. But we got a good show tonight.
Good.
Hopefully, you know the best part?
What?
We've already eaten. I've already talked to my partner for tonight's game, and we're going to stick it to you. Just so you know. I mean, we're trying to be nice. Just trying to be nice.
You and
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Vicky don't have a chance.
Okay, well, you know how it is.
I had a little nap this afternoon.
What? Yeah, it's not right.
Yeah, no. After I got through mulching, cleaning up, I had to clean out the flower beds first, and I got mulching 2 of them.
Yeah.
And then I came in, it was about 12:30 when I came in, and ate some lunch. And then I just laid down on the couch to watch the rookies just for a minute.
And then you...
And
Okay.
then I woke up about 2, so I think I woke up when you called me.
Ah. Well, you know what? I can only say this. It's good to have you. I miss you when you're not around.
Good.
So-
Hey, how about lotto tickets today?
They're upstairs. I bought them.
You got them, okay.
Yeah.
So we're covered.
And the day that Monday when the storm came in, you said, boy, you're quick. Well, had to work. That's the start.
Yeah.
But I knew I wasn't going to be there long. But I also had to go to the bank that day to pay my mortgage and do a couple other things. So I said, I might as well go into work till they throw me out. So I worked there till 10, and then they looked at the forecast and they go, you got about 45 minutes before the storm hits. So I went to the bank, I paid that, I bought the lottery tickets, I showed them to you, and you went, what's this so quick?
I know, it was great. I just woke up and went, damn, you know, you got tickets on that.
I was there. So anyhow, that was that. It was fun. I mean, I got paid for a couple hours, and
Well, that couple hours will pay for your lotto tickets.
almost, yeah.
Almost,
Right.
I mean.
Yeah. It's sitting in there. I bought a $20 one. No, I bought a $50 one.
So they're being the trash?
Yeah, in the trash, yeah. Let me just put it this way. The last bundle I threw out, I made sure I snuck them out because I didn't want my wife to see how many we had in there. One of these days we got to get lucky. But
We got to.
So far it's not working. But if you're ready,
All right, what is this?
this one, that's a good question because I got to remember. Oh, this is the Blue Ridge Riders Group.
Okay.
And this was, I'm going to say probably a year ago, maybe a little bit longer. There was only, there was four of us. There was four of us that went on a ride. It was a gloomy day. And it was a nice ride to Murphy. And then we went to the Irish pub and got a bite to eat. And then rode home. So if you are ready to ride to Murphy.
Here we go.
Meet Lala, Tom, and Ed, my riding partners today to Murphy, North Carolina.
We're getting ready to go, of all places, to Murphy.
Go ahead. We started a ride in Morganton, Georgia, where we usually start at the Exxon 515 and 60. Took all back roads coming through North Carolina on Martins Creek Road, and we did some twisties and turnies and went past John C. Campbell Folk School, and then made a left on highway, I believe it was 141, and that took us the back roads along the river, Hiawassee River, until we got to Highway 64, and now we're here at the Parsons Pub, and we're going to have some French onion soup to warm us up a little bit, because it's about 40 something.
And who do we have over here?
Lala. Lala.
How'd you enjoy the ride?
Real well. I love it. I love it.
I saw you dancing back and forth on the road.
Yeah, playing the music in my helmet.
Yeah.
I'm in my zone. I love it.
I'm Tom, and I just got a new bike. It was a fun ride, getting used to the bike, and I miss my Harley.
Well, here's the group. We had a great time. Now we're gonna go eat. We'll film inside.
The thumbs up. Blue Ridge thumbs up motorcycle. Green. Anyway,
And when they get together, it seems like it's in the book. One day maybe.
This is the best part about riding. Stopping to eat.
thank you.
Start up your engines, getting ready to roll. Gonna cruise on my bike now, music to the soul. Kickstand up, boots are best. Ain't gonna touch down till the road comes to rest. We're riding country roads, enjoying the day. We're riding for the love of the US of A. So catch a cycle fever, don't let it slip away. We're rocking the blues, it's the bike away. Yeah, Thursday night is bike night at the A's Cafe. Broad broadcasting live, you know it's time to play rock and roll music and grooving to the blues. Classic cars shimmering while they're sipping the brews. So catch the psycho fever, don't let it slip away. We're rocking the blues, it's a like away. Yeah, we're heading to Sturgis, trying to reach Biker Week somewhere just down the beach. There's Daytona Speedway in the USO, the ride you never heard of, so get ready to go. We're riding country roads and enjoying the day. We're riding for the love of the US of A. We're flying our colors, enjoying the view. With pride we ride for the red, white, and blue.
Well, thanks to Ed, Lala, and Tom, it was a great ride. Murphy, North Carolina.
All right. Yeah, let me tell you, if you ever get into, and you said you think you've been there.
I'm pretty sure I had a sandwich in there.
Okay.
I remember that bar.
Well, that's a good place. It's called the Irish Pub.
Yeah.
And then on the main part of coming into town is Chevelle's.
I remember Chevelle's.
And at first I thought it was a pizza place, but they have some good hamburgers. And get the onion rings. Don't get the french. The french fries are good. The onion rings are excellent. Now, when was the last time you were in Murphy?
It's been a while. We drove close to it a week ago, but not into it.
Well, wait till you get there. Remember where the traffic light was at the main corner? Where the four-way was?
Yeah?
Okay, well, now they have a roundabout.
Why'd they do that?
That's a good question.
Why they did that?
I don't know. I don't know.
All I remember is it was like a town square, and it was beautiful because they
Right,
had
the flowers and everything.
everywhere.
Now, you don't get a chance to look at the flowers because there's no red light. You have to figure out how am I going to get into the traffic circle to get going. So, I went there and it was like, and then when I came back, they were still working on it. When I came back the other way, as I came back the other way, they had the lane I was supposed to go in closed because they were working on it. So I had to go the wrong way around the circle, and they had to stop it. Yeah, they had to stop everybody and let the people go through, and then stop another. It was a horror show.
That is a horror. If you're going the wrong way,
It's like, and I'm sitting there and I can see the guy's, I'm going, which way? And he goes, that way. And I'm going like, all right, I guess I'm in.
You said to.
Yeah. And the other thing is, of course, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but they have a great walking path over there.
Yeah, I knew they had one. I haven't been on it, but I knew they had one that went around the.
Well, they got one around the Racquetball
downtown
Court
area.
and down there. The one
What is it called?
The River Walk.
Yeah, just the river walk.
Yeah, and we parked at one spot, and Linda said, I've never been this way, so she walked me forever and ever in through the woods.
What river is that?
Oh, thanks. It's the river that's in Murphy. It's got
River over the Bridge Quay?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to find it for you.
Anyhow, that
Oh, it's going to Hiawassee Lake.
Yeah.
And it's
it's got an Indian name, I think. Like Nanga.
that's it. Chickamauga.
Yeah, that's it. I knew it. So
Hiawassee River.
how come I'm not seeing? Oh, there I am.
Hiawassee River. I'm going with that.
Okay, go with that. But it's not the Hiawassee. Anyhow,
That looks like another river.
yeah, there is. And that's where they did the Trail of Tears. That's where they walked the Indians through. There was a spot there where they walked through. The nice thing is, they got these little, I guess you would call them poster boards.
Okay.
If you take your phone and you hit the, what's that little square called?
The QC code.
Yeah, QR.
QR code.
If you take a picture of it, it tells you where you are, and it talks about the whole thing. It's really pretty nice.
That is nice. I like that.
So that's how I found that out. But anyhow, Linda forced, Linda has her own trail of tears where she forces me to go. And I think what's
Maybe because he's married to you, she always has a little trail of
yeah.
tears.
Well, you think maybe she's trying to get me far out in the woods and then run away or something? I don't know.
She's already got like a 9mm stuff in the back.
I have to check. I have to check
Get
my
her far
guns.
enough out here, nobody will hear the blast.
And talking about guns, because I thought about this the other day. One day, me and Travis got to go. I haven't fired my gun in 2 years.
Yeah, I haven't either, really.
And I'd like to take it apart and clean it, but I know if I take it apart, it's going to miss some parts going back. So I want Travis to be there when I do
Always
it.
been trying to clean my gun.
Yeah.
Well, I was in the Army and everything. I took part in 16.
Yeah.
You could do it in your sleep just about. But now it's like, I don't even know how to take it.
Well,
I don't even know how to take it apart now.
Yeah, I'm always worried about that one little spring that's going to point me. Yeah, and then figure, oh no, my gun's no good anymore.
Yeah, we still shoot Travis as a couple of 22s.
Yeah, you shoot down the hill.
In the backyard.
Yeah.
And he wants, I don't know if you're probably not supposed to say this, but he wants to do a suppressor on the 22.
Oh, so it goes
it's
here?
a lot quieter because, you have neighbors around. And, and anything, the 22's loud enough. And anything more than a 22.
Oh, that goes through those mountains
It's
forever.
like a quarter pound of dynamite going off, man. It's loud.
I had Bill over here yesterday, Bill Young.
Yeah.
And his wife. He goes, let me show you a picture. On his deck, you go up the driveway and then there's a deck to go to the front door. I go, what's a deer doing laying there? Somebody shot a deer and it died on his deck.
Oh my gosh.
I go, and it was a buck.
Free meat.
Yeah, it was a buck. I go, well, did you, cut it up?
Got him and everything?
He
Yeah.
goes, no, I called up Wildlife and they said, just hook it up to something and drag it in the woods. So he said, that's what I had to do. But I mean, it was so weird. Here's this deer, right?
Kill over on your front porch.
Yeah,
That's weird.
But that's how that went. How was your meal tonight?
Man, it must have been good because my belly feels good.
I got to tell you, I'm proud of you.
Yeah?
You ate the spinach pizza.
Yeah, that's good.
Did you like it?
I can do spinach like that on a pizza.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a pizza. Except for pineapple.
No, I would.
I draw the line on
No,
that.
I wouldn't get.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take what's left to work tomorrow, just so you know.
Okay.
But the calzone was good too.
Yeah, that was really good.
Well, I freaked out when I went there because I thought I was getting too small. Small calzone and small pizza. I looked at the boxes. I went,
They're giant.
oh,
They barely fit in your car.
I know.
Well, luckily, Vicky and Kim came over.
Yeah.
We've already had 4 people eating on that.
Yeah, we
But
still
there's
got half of each one.
still a lot left.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But talking about that, why don't we go to a commercial? And the people at Cuccinella said to say hello to you. I don't know why they like you better than me, but that's what they said.
Because I'm a people person.
Yeah, you are.
And I gave them money.
And you're perfect. Well, I give them money too.
So,
Yeah.
well, I like this commercial because the very first of this is that dang pizza with all that pepperoni on it.
Oh,
And that, oh my God, I could eat that every day. You ready?
I'm ready.
Send it.
Welcome to Cuccinella's Pizzeria. We not only do pizza, you should see everything that we have on the menu. You know what? You can get a great salad here. We can also do calzones. My buddy, he loves the lasagna. And guess what? We got the best garlic knots in town. And you know what else I have? Brownies. Stop in, see us. Oh, and you can come in and buy by the slice. The slice is $3. It's ready to go. We open at 11. Come on in.
Well, I stopped in, decided I'd have a bite to eat today at Cuccinella's, and look what they got. Margarita salad. I got to tell you, it was outstanding. And to go along with 1 slice of pepperoni pizza. You can't beat it. And guess what? They also have a new menu. Listen to this menu. Pecan chicken sandwich. Homemade pecan chicken salad and provolone cheese. Homemade Italian meatball sandwich. Can't beat that.
a meatball rigatoni pasta, and best of all, a lunch special for $10, a sandwich, and your choice of a fountain drink. Folks, you can't beat that. When you're in town in Blue Ridge, stop in at Cucinella's Pizzeria for lunch.
We're back. There we go, boy.
Oh, listen.
I was on it.
There we go.
I was on it, but maybe a hair slow on that one.
Anyhow,
We're busy thinking about a pizza.
the pizza was excellent. The calzone was excellent.
Yeah, it was really good tonight.
Like I told you when we came down to the studio here, I said, if I fall asleep, just, you continue
I
to
get to
show.
slap you.
Well, you did say that too. Yeah.
You fall asleep, I get to slap you.
Yeah.
This is going to be awesome.
Just slap me in the butt.
I can slap you and run, man.
Don't worry, I won't go after you. But we were talking about Paul, and he told me that I guess he'd be like the general contractor, and then he subs out to all the subs to do the work. He said, Hank, he said, I got about 20 subcontractors, plumbers, roofers, painters, this and that. He goes, I haven't had a chance to breathe. So anyhow,
Okay, so is he building the houses?
he's building, he's got two rental, well, he's got one rental that's done, okay? And then he decided, hey, I might as well build another one because this one's getting rented all the time.
But does he have a lot of acreage or something that he just...
We need to go see him.
Okay.
Because that's what he said. He said, you guys need to come up, call me. But we did talk about having a four-wheel drive. He says, you got to come up with the all-wheel or four-wheel. He says, because it's kind of like this. And I said, well, we're used to some places like that, like Vicky's driveway.
I can tell you this. They delivered a package to me wrong. I got all my Weber stuff.
Yeah.
But there was an extra box, and I went, "What's this for?" But I didn't look at it when the post office guy was there. It was to somebody on 4. They had it marked wrong. They had the 454.
Yeah.
So that's why he gave it to me. But it's 464 Blue Creek Ridge Road. Anyhow, so damn, we went to GoCo, and on the way home, I still had the trailer on the Jeep.
Oh, no.
We were going up these little single things, and we're going straight up, and we're going, oh, no. If we see somebody on the road, we're screwed.
Yes.
I can't back up this trailer on this thing.
People don't know what these little things are like.
Oh, and I mean, the road is washed out, rutted.
Yep.
And I'm going, oh my God, we got to make that fit. Then we got this part that was kind of paved a little bit, but the side were washed out, and a bunch of trees were down. I guess they got hit by that.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago.
Well, no, it could have been Monday. They got hit really strong.
No, these have been down a while.
Okay.
But anyhow, I finally made it, and this guy was almost to the top of the hill. And so I got the package. Luckily, I could pull in this driveway,
and then kind of back out,
where I could back my trailer into, and then leave. Coming down, I ran into a car, and I stopped and went, and I looked behind me, and behind me was like this with my little trailer. I can't do it. And so I had to get out of my car. I walked down, and it's a little old blue-haired lady.
Oh,
and I was, oh man! I said, I've got a trailer. I said, I don't think I can back up on this road. I said, you think you could? And she said, yeah. I said, it might take me a while. I said, look, there is no rush. I want you to take your time and just, get a spot. If you have any problems, if you want to, I'll back the car up for you. I said, but you just take your time and back it down. And even for her, it was a long ways to back down before she got to another driveway. And she couldn't even pull in that way. But luckily, there was a place where I could pull off.
Yeah,
and
she could get by it.
She pulled up to me and we talked for a minute. She said, holy crap, after this, I'm going to have to get me a bear. I mean, this lady is prim and proper, her hair all done up and everything. But she was probably going to the house that must have been at the top.
Well, see, you're such a nice guy. First of all, I don't know why you would take your trailer up there. Because you and I know you were just trying to be nice, and then all of a sudden you thought it would be a nice subdivision, and it wasn't.
I had it on there because I went to GoCo first, offload.
Yeah.
And then,
my buddy Adi Confessor was up here, right? So we're sitting here talking, We went out to eat. We went to Mike's Seafood. We get to Mike's Seafood, we eat.
I haven't been there in a while.
Oh, it was good, let me tell you. Anyhow, we went to Mike's Seafood. We come back. He goes, I gotta go. I said, it's 6:30. He goes, no, you don't understand.
Oh,
He goes, I'm in Cherry Log, and I gotta go up this hill, and I can't do it in the dark. And his wife looked at him and says, don't let him lie to you. He makes me drive. So they left, and I was hoping I could meet them the next day, but I had to work the next day because I wanted to see where they were in Cherry Log. But people come here from Florida or somewhere else, they rent a cabin, and then all of a sudden they go like, whoa.
This road I was on had some cabin rentals all the way up it and on the sides of the cliff and everything. Man, it'd be rough for, like you said, somebody from Florida that doesn't have four-wheel drive. And if it's raining or at night,
you're in
I
trouble.
wouldn't want to do this. The road I was on today, I wouldn't want to do that one at night. Even with my little bitty Jeepy, I wouldn't. It was crazy.
Oh, man.
Poor Ruby's in the back going,
Oh, goodness. Well,
oh my gosh.
we got off tangent a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
For anybody we got beautiful territory up here, a lot of rentals. If you rent something up here, talk to the rental company and do two things. Number one, check to see if you need a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive vehicle, because it is
There's some
it's
places
nerve-wracking.
going up.
No, it's nerve-wracking. And the other thing is, find out how close it is to town, because you don't want to make a lot of runs back and forth from the mountain. When I was looking for a house, our real estate lady, she had a four-wheel drive vehicle. I had my black two-wheel drive, and she's going up, and there's some beautiful homes. I couldn't get to them. My wheels
Remember
would spin.
the Street of Dreams that we did,
Yeah.
Champion Homes, whatever that was? There was a couple of hills that we went up on that thing that was like,
Yeah.
this is a beautiful house, but
I wouldn't want to live here. But that's the way it is. Well, our next episode.
yeah, I'm ready.
All right, this is Brian Cheney. And when we were in Orlando, I want to say it was every other Monday night, we did a deal at the Ace Cafe called Porsche Night. You notice I said Porsche Night.
Or shut.
Right, because they corrected me immediately when I said, and here's Brian Cheney, our host for Porsche, or for Porsche Night.
Yeah, I've always said Porsche.
Yeah.
Well, 911,
Yeah.
Porsche, whatever.
Well,
Front porch,
the whole
back
group
porch.
that was there, and there was a ton of Porsche people,
Porsche.
corrected me right after I got off the air.
Let's just see if they're right.
Well, the E is,
How do you say Porsche?
while he's doing that, the E I think is an A, right? Oh, you got
The
something there.
pronunciation of Porsche is Porsche. A
Porsche.
two-syllable word with the emphasis on the first syllable. Porsche.
Yeah, okay, well,
All right, good to know.
so anybody out there, don't go into the Porsche dealer.
Yeah.
Go to the Porsche
You can go to the
dealer.
front and back Porsche dealer.
Right, yeah.
But if you go to the Porsche dealer, don't be saying no Porsche around there.
Yeah. So anyhow, well, this is Brian Cheney. No relation to Crazy John, believe it or not. Even though
Oh,
I spelled his name.
I thought that was John Cheney.
No, it's Brian Cheney.
Oh, it is Brian.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
I just see that now.
Yeah, he is. But they both have the same name. This is weird. The way they all met is my son, my son's daughter, Brian's daughter, and Crazy John's daughter all went to gymnastics together in the same group. That's how they met. So that's how they got stuck.
John Cheney, what kids do
His daughter. As a matter of fact, his daughter went to Auburn on a scholarship for gymnastics.
Is that the only kid he has?
No, he's got a son. Crazy John's got a son. I'm not sure how many kids Brian's got. I know he's got a daughter, and she's married to a pro ball player that plays for Colorado Rockies.
Damn, okay, good. Are you ready?
I am ready. If you're ready,
Send it.
go.
Oh, hey! All right, that's what I want to hear. All right, welcome to the Ace Cafe. It's Porsche Night. and we have somebody that's going to be our host for Porsche. His name is Brian Cheney. He told me to say that he's a Porsche enthusiast. I don't know why he wants me to say that. He said in about 1980, if I get this right, he was working with the IMSA race group, and he was racing cars, and I met, he'll tell you this story, but I met him by accident through my son, and he's probably sorry that he did. Brian, come on out. All right, here's Brian. All right, I'm going to turn it over to him. It's his show. Be nice to him.
You know, he's got a passion about Porsche as well. And so how'd you find out about Ace Cafe first?
I actually first heard about the original Ace through my dad. Would go to the originally back in the 60s.
Wow.
For motorcycles.
So the original Ace Cafe in England.
Yeah.
So for those of you that aren't familiar, Ace Cafe started over in the UK, and now we're here in the US. So what did he tell you about Ace Cafe back then?
A lot of illegal stories of drag racing and things that you weren't supposed to be doing, but a good time with motorcycles, so it kind of carries on.
Okay, so he was a bike guy, and were you a bike guy too, or no? You always just been a car guy?
My mom was an ER nurse growing up, so she was going to kill me first. No motorcycles.
Okay, all right. So she wanted to keep you safe, keep you in order, right? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to try to do here for the next few months is talk to you a little bit about Porsche, the sort of the history and heritage of Porsche. You know, it's just an awesome place here, the Ace Cafe. I heard about it through the guys at Cycle Fever TV, and came out here one night a couple of months back and watched them do their thing, and just really fell in love with the place pretty much instantly. Came out here with my wife Leslie, and we had just a blast with these guys. You know, there's so much history of this property, and there's a lot of history with Ace Cafe, and it's just exciting to be able to start to share that with everybody here in the Orlando, Central Florida area. Thanks for coming in tonight and talking to us about your little treasure here, this 1965 356C, right?
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for having me, Brian. Brian said, where did I get the bug? My brother and I were in the Navy in California over 40 years ago, and he had a Speedster, which I drove a lot. So I caught the bug, you know, driving around Southern California in a Speedster. Didn't get any better back then. So when I got out of the Navy and got married a few years later, I bought a 1964 C Coupe. That was my first Porsche, and I drove it to work. And, you know, it was not something I just drove on the weekends. I drove it to work every day.
Don't need much when it's time to pack. We ride for causes and charities, from Boggy Creek to the Florida Keys. We're riding country roads, enjoying the day. We're riding for the love of the U.S. of A. We're flying our colors, enjoying the view. With pride we ride for the red, white, and blues. So catch a cycle fever, don't let it slip away. We're rocking the blues, it's a bike away. Yeah, the bike away.
Well, so that was Brian. We sucked him in to do Porsche night. You notice he said it correctly. Very knowledgeable. He also works, I think it might be the largest Porsche dealer in the country, or at least
Close to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Matter of fact, for a while, we even started shooting out of their location.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And but very knowledgeable. To be honest with you, the cars are a little out of my price range, but they are nice. And Brian is quite the guy. So Brian, if you're watching, which I doubt, because I didn't tell you it was on, but you'll know about it after tonight. Anyhow, anybody needs a Porsche and you live in the Orlando area, stop into the Porsche dealer there and ask for Brian. Tell him you saw it on Cycle Fever, and maybe he'll buy me a coffee.
Yeah, and see, you watch the show, it's an educational show. We've learned something here tonight.
Yes, we learned how to say it.
We did, so
Yeah.
that's nice. We can't afford it, but we know how to say
Well,
it
but
now.
maybe after tonight,
Oh,
you might be able to afford that to pull your trike.
No.
You would pull a trike?
No, I'm definitely getting the truck, but I probably wouldn't get the Porsche.
How do you know? It all depends on how much you get.
Yeah, it depends on how much rolls in the
Yeah.
coffers.
Yeah.
So then, if enough rolls in, I'm having one of everything.
Let me tell you this, we're in a drought. We got to come out of it.
I know.
And I don't know, I really, really think that the lottery is fixed. I don't know where they come out of, but why does everybody win that's from California, the
don't know.
big prize?
I don't like it.
They must, when they go buy a ticket, they must buy $1,000
We
worth.
have somebody in a little town like here,
Right.
$500 million.
Right, and you know,
We could
we'd have our,
we fix the whole town.
oh, you know what we would have, right?
Yeah.
The Sasquatch.
Sasquatch football
Oh,
team.
yes, we would.
Okay. Forget the Predators, move them up here, and just,
Oh, no, we'll let them play in Orlando.
okay.
And they can come up here and play us, and we'll just play them in Orlando. Gives us a reason to go to Orlando. And,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
we just, and then we put
We'll
a
go
team
down
in
there.
put a team in Texas for you, so that we can go to Texas.
Gotta have
You know, we'll have a good time. Just, folks, don't mind us. We like to daydream. And one day,
We hit that $500 million, it won't be.
one day, there's going to be somebody sitting in my chair and somebody in Clyde's chair telling everybody, I don't know where they are, but they're having a good time.
Here's their newest Rovaco. I think he's got 7 now.
It's like the people that buy the big houses and have 7-car garages, so they have
Yeah.
7 different cars.
We'll have them loaded.
You'd have 7 different garages.
I want one a color for every day of the week.
Well,
That's my dream.
I'm with you, but I only need 2.
All right.
In case
What
one
if we have
breaks.
friends come over?
That's why I need 2. I'm not taking any more people than, I can handle. You can have your own. Why would I have to worry about you? You're talking about somebody that comes from out of town.
Yeah.
And then I'll just
Just got a
go.
whole flock of people up here.
Well, then I'm going over to your house.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
And then we'll go, what color you want?
It'll go riding in the mountains.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we at?
We're at a commercial. This young lady works behind the counter at Cucinalla's. She said to say hello to you again today.
That's so nice.
And,
she was there working?
She was there.
JJ there?
Pardon? No, JJ was
Jerry?
not there.
What's his name, Jerry?
Oh, nice going. Never mind.
know.
Not Jerry, though. Yeah, I know. John. You call him Sean.
No. Remember JJ, when he introduced himself, he said his name.
Oh,
Like,
Jerry.
who's
Jerry.
that?
Yeah, Jerry. That's right. I thought you were talking about the guy that.
Jerry Jeff Walker.
I noticed it was an alias, so that the sheriff wouldn't come and find him.
Yeah,
But
everybody running after him.
anyhow, that's where we got our food from tonight. And when they brought it out, I went like, oh, we had to invite people over to help us eat it. Because I thought we were getting the small ones, and we got 2 large ones.
And thank you for going to get it because
I didn't mind doing it. No,
I was loaded.
so.
I had the wife with me. It's bad.
I'm not going there with you. But anyhow,
Neither was she. Oh yeah.
I love it, for people out there, Clyde loves coming over here every other Tuesday or Wednesday. He come over every Wednesday, but our wife's made us do the show every other week. Anyhow, he'd come over here every week so we can play Rummy Cue. So today I asked if his wife, I said, does Tamara want to come? And that's all I got out, and I heard in the background, no. So Tamara's not
I
going
didn't really feel like it.
I don't know if she doesn't like me, Linda, or you.
She's tired. I guarantee you that this moving stuff,
Oh yeah.
we get a little friction going every once in a while, and it's just,
I get friction when I leave the dishes out. You'll love this today. My wife is like, she's like you. She wants to be a perfectionist. So I had to go out and get stamps because we ran out of stamps.
okay.
So I come home, I've got the stamps sitting on the counter. I'm getting ready to call Cucinalla's up, so I got the menu out to see what we're going to call up. I reach in, I get some milk, I pour it in a glass, I turn around, and everything's gone. All I did is pour milk. I looked at her, I go, did you clean the counter off already? She goes, yeah, you left it there. I go, I just wanted to, I mean, I'm closer to this mic right here than I just turned around and everything. So I know what it's like because my wife goes, I can tell every place you've been, Mr. Pigpen. I go, okay. So I don't know what to tell you.
We love our wives.
We do, but boy, they don't understand us after all these years. And you and I guess, what, August 2nd? Is that when we're all going out?
August 2nd. Linda's birthday, our anniversary.
Yeah.
When is your anniversary?
You thought you'd catch me, but it's June 7th.
June 7th. Okay. So we already celebrated yours, didn't we? No.
June is, yeah, we did last year.
I don't even know where we are.
We did last year. Folks, don't let it bother you. He's been working hard.
Is this going to be your 50th or is it?
Yeah, 50th.
Good Lord.
I know.
Can you imagine?
No.
I never thought I'd be 50 years old.
Well, I never thought I'd live this long either.
Yeah.
So, but that's it.
We've done some stupid shit.
A lot of it. A lot.
All right, well, here we go. You ready?
This next segment, before you go there,
Oh, yeah.
I guess the best way to put it is, when we started doing this thing for Psycho Fever on the internet, my son came up to me and he said, oh, do you know about this new thing called the Ace Cafe? And I said no, so we went over and they were in the construction area and everything else. Time out?
Commercial.
I know. Oh, you know what? Let's do the commercial. You got me going on this.
This is Kenna.
Yeah. And I'm
Kenna, right?
Yes.
Kenna. Oh, we can do that?
Yeah, let's do that. And then I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Hey there, welcome to Cuccinella's Pizzeria. My name is Kenna. How can I help you today?
My first time here is...
Oh, well, welcome. We're so excited to have you.
Oh, well, can you tell me a little bit about what you have?
Absolutely, I would love to. First of all, we are a New York Italian style pizzeria, and we do make all of our meats from scratch. Our dough is house-made using Grandma Margarita's original recipe. We have two different sizes for your pizzas and calzones, 12 or 18 inches. We have a full menu, and you can customize those any way you'd like. We can also do half and half on those. But additionally, if you have any requests or requirements for allergies, such as gluten-free or vegan, we also are happy to cater to those needs.
Do you have like a lunch special?
We do. We have a lunch special daily that we run from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it's 2 slices and a drink, or a slice of salad and a drink. For your slices daily, we make a pepperoni pie, a cheese pie, and then a different specialty that we run every day. So on your lunch specialties, the prices are $3.50 per slice, or you can do 2 slices and a drink for $10, or a slice, a salad, and a drink for $12.50. Our hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and we do take orders all the way up until 8 o'clock. For your seating preferences, we do offer indoor and outdoor seating. If you do have a doggo that you would like to bring with you, the outdoor seating is pet friendly, so that is a huge bonus that a lot of our customers really enjoy. For those of you that just love a great salad for lunch or dinner, we have 3 different options on the menu for the salads. We do a Caesar, a house Italian, or a margarita, or you can additionally build your own salad from the wonderful fresh choices that we have over here. 2 different options of your greens, including romaine and spinach. We have several different choices for your vegetables, as well as house-cut fresh chicken and chicken salad that we make fresh in-house as well.
Cuccinella's.
That's it. We're here.
Now you can talk about the Ace Cafe what you want.
Now, basically, like I said, we were looking for a place. Sean said, we should start putting this thing on the internet. I'm going like, what are you talking about? And I had no idea, that Facebook and all that other stuff. And back then it was Periscope, so you could take something and send it out live around the world called Periscope. But they went out of business.
Periscope, but okay.
Yeah, they went out of business. But so we go there and we're walking around in this construction area. And there was one construction guy, and I said to him, you know, who's the big wig around here? And they go, well, there's a guy from Canada named Steve Glum, and he happens to be here if you want to talk to him. So we go over, we talk to Steve, and we end up doing a Periscope, him talking about the company and what's going on and all that. And so that's, Steve and Sean and I became very good friends. And so Steve was the guy that was like setting everything up, making sure everything was working. Well, of course, anything that could happen happened. You know, the roof had a problem. They had problems with the inspectors because the building's 109 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so by the time they got done, it was about a year later than they should have been going. Okay, so that was the first problem. But anyhow, we made that our clubhouse, and that's where we would film unless we were on a location somewhere else. So this is the Ace Cafe, and just a little bit about it. One day I'll put something out with Steve Glum, but I will tell you this. The Ace Cafe that was in Orlando closed. You and I were there in the last, I think it was the last 2 weeks before it closed.
Yeah, can you believe that? That was just pure luck.
Yes. So now Steve has got the rights to put another Ace Cafe, and it's going to be in Sanford. And Sanford would be like going from here to McKaysville.
Okay.
From where their location was. So this is going to be a little bit about the Ace Cafe, and if you're ready,
I'm ready.
You got it.
At this time, I think our CEO, Mark, would like to hand something to the mayor to commemorate this moment and officially open the Ace Cafe Orlando. Mark? Yeah!
Welcome to Ace Cafe.
Welcome to the Ace Cafe.
That was the Ace Cafe in its heyday. And I'll tell you what, it was really a lot of fun to go there. Wasn't only motorcycles. Thursday night was motorcycle night. Every other Monday was Porsche night. They had Corvette night. They had Beetle night. They had truck night. They had, you name it, van night. There was always something going.
How about slingshot night?
They did have, you laugh, but they did.
They did have a slingshot?
They did have a slingshot, yes.
And they got some cool slingshots there.
Oh.
They were lit up and loud.
Yes, they would. What they would do is they'd find a meeting place. They'd all line up, and then they come through downtown, because this place was downtown, and then they would come in, and they'd have their own spots.
Yeah.
And what it ended up being, like it was your night for your type of car or bike or something, they would just rope it off, so that was your spot to go park your bike or your car or whatever.
Right.
And it was just a lot of fun. What killed the Ace Cafe was COVID, because COVID came in, and then it was never the same after that.
Yeah, you can't do 2 or 3 years with no business.
No.
It's just,
And they'd have some good bands come in. They had a spot in the back where you could set up and the bands would play. And it was just a lot of fun. And hopefully that the one that they're getting now in Sanford, I don't know how big it is. And last time something was on, Steve, said, hey, how you guys doing? So I'll have to reach out to Steve and find out.
Okay.
Maybe I can get Sean and them to go there and film the opening night. But great place.
That'd be pretty cool.
And hopefully they'll get back into it again, and we'll see how that goes. But that's it for tonight, unless I forgot something.
no, that's all I got on the paper.
All right, well, you got any shout-outs?
Yes, I have one for my dog Ruby,
Yeah.
and for my airborne brothers and sisters.
Well, I have one also. Well, I got more than one. All the first responders, be careful out there. We need you guys, and just be safe. I also have a shout out, of course, to my wife that puts up with all the stuff that we do. And then my new partner, Vicky, shout out to Vicky.
She needs a lot of help with.
Well, I think you took advantage last week when you didn't tell her that, how to come take the kids out.
If you don't even tell your own partner, it's not up to
Linda
me.
trained her, and Linda's your partner, and I said, there's something wrong here.
Linda is very crafty.
Yep. Well, and I want to say, a shout out to Sean, to Lisa, to Joy, and to Kevin, and then to their families, and to my granddaughter. I just, I'm going to send out a good wish. I'm not going to mention her name because I don't want people knowing what's going on, but other than that, get well, and I love you. And with that, do you remember, it's been so long.
I got it.
All right, here we go.
The Gong Show? No.
That's the one. Join the adventure and enjoy the ride. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Holy crap.
Catch CFTV North the first and third Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and Vimeo. And check out what Hank and Clyde are up to.